narratives are extremely tricky. They're very hard to get right because telling a story is hard to do. So I wanted to introduce you to
Chris Castor. I was the narrative winner for the Los Angeles Drone Film Festival with my film Cardboard Cadet.
This film totally slayed at the Los Angeles Drone Film Festival. The audience loved it, and obviously so did the judges. It's cute, funny, witty, charming, it's imaginative, it's interesting, it's the right length. That's a huge one. Wow. And that's why I asked him for his 5
tips for making better narrative drone films.
Tip number 1.
When I'm shooting, I have to ask myself, how do I kind of set myself apart from just the typical day-to-day drone stuff? How do I do something that's uncommon with my drone? What can't we do right now that we want to do in the future? How can I be the first one to do that? How can I move towards that? Things like that that just could really help you set apart your work and help you tell your story.
Tip number 2.
Play to your own strengths. If you have an area of expertise, you can ask yourself, how can I use that expertise to strengthen and set apart my drone work? And then more specifically, how can you use those areas of expertise to help you tell a story? So I come from an animation and visual effects background. I like creating guns and explosions and things like that are always a lot of fun if you're in the visual effects realm. I also enjoy flying drones. So I like to create and tell stories that utilize those skills and kind of capitalize on them.
Tip number 3.
I like my stories to have heart. I like them to connect emotionally with a person. So with Cardboard Cadet, you know, like it's just got that kind of nostalgic kind of feeling that every person has as they grow up and they play with things and imagine things. And I wanted to kind of just connect to that emotion for the viewer. Any good narrative needs just strong conflict. It needs something that causes us to feel for a character, to root for a character, maybe to hate a different character, things like that that just kind of pull us into the story and are rooting for a better outcome.
Tip number 4.
Every project I do that's kind of considered my fun little projects that I work on, they're typically done on a pretty small or no budget at all. So for me, that's been a huge thing as I grow as a filmmaker, is like, how can I use the equipment, the people, the things that I have available to me right now with no budget? How can I use those in a creative way to tell the best possible story that I can in the most professional way?
Tip number 5.
I've made it a point in my life to build good relationships with the people around me, even if they're not in the film world. Basically, you know, I can go here anywhere in my small town, and I can get people to help me. I'm shooting something next week that I have, you know, about 20 different people volunteering to help me, just because they know I care about them and they care about what I'm doing, and I brought them into the projects. And so relationships are key when you're trying to do stuff on a budget, and when you want to just make great things with your family and friends.
All right, that was it. Now take those tips, go out into the world and make better videos. For the New York City Drone Film Festival, for Los Angeles Drone Film Festival, for any drone film festival, for any reason at all whatsoever. It's just better to make better work. Why not? Why not, right? I'm gonna keep making these videos, keep talking to awesome filmmakers and getting their little tips and tricks and figuring out what they do right, and bringing it to you. So thanks for watching. Follow Chris on social media. Follow us, please. Keep liking, subscribing. Yeah, and have fun. Godspeed. Be well. Love you. XO.